I've been with, I started with literacy around 2002. In my early 20s, that's when I met Elizabeth. But before that, my journey of lack of literacy, lack of reading and writing was a difficult journey for me. Being in the Elizabeth school system, that time, they tried their best to help me out, but they couldn't really get me to the place where I needed. So I pretty learned to maneuver my way in life of just not really dealing with the lack of reading and writing. And at that time, I believed I had a third grade education level at that time. But I was able to figure out how to manage and to pass different classes, and you get to a point where after high school, what do you do now? You know, I was very good with my hands, I was real good with my trade, but you know you have to do tests and you have to do exams and stuff like that, but I was able to achieve that also. I think I went to Union County Vocational in Scotch Plains at that time, and I was one of the top students there, still not reading and writing, and that was like unbelievable how what God did with that. But eventually, you know, you have to go to the workforce, and you have to start working, and you have to start setting reports and stuff like that. And the difficult things were that my boss at that time was asking me to give reports of my job, what I do, and pretty much let him know exactly what was done. And I didn't know how to do that. And that was an embarrassing moment. I was very afraid at that time to lose my job. So here you have a young man as 21 or 22 years old, has a passion, have a desire to do great things in life, but he's faced a wall that he can't go through. And I remember I was in a room, I was working for the Hilton Hotel in East Brunswick, and I'm there fixing something, and all of a sudden the TV was on, and it was on channel 13, and it was talking about literacy, and those that have a problem call this number. I was like, wow, maybe I could give it a shot, call this number up. And that was before cell phones and stuff. So I took the number down and wrote it, and called it actually in the room I was at. And at that time, you know, it wasn't a direct number. You had to go through different people. I think it went to 3 different departments or a different person, and they finally hooked me up with literacy. Set the appointment, went over there. That's when I met Elizabeth before she had kids. I was young, we both were young, and then we hooked up with tutors. But at that time, I had to have a black seal to keep my job. And that was one of the problems that my boss kept saying, when are you going to get this black seal? When are you going to get this black seal? They already paid it. I just had to go take the test and study it, right? Something that's very easy, but couldn't do it at all. Eventually I explained my situation to Elizabeth and her team, and they was able to get me some tutors, and we went through it, we sat down, and I'm going through it every single day with them, and eventually they came for the exam, and I passed with flying colors. And I was so happy. And around that time, you know, it just sparked up something with me, because there was, you know, people like us, you know, we go through this insecureness, and, you know, we really don't see farther where we at in our life today. And there's a lack of hope, and the team that she had kind of inspired me and gave me more motivation to do the things that I believed I couldn't do. I thought that I would just be where I am for the rest of my life, and I didn't think about marriage, I didn't think about children, I just thought about surviving. How can I do to survive? How can I do to pay my bills? But you run to a wall, you know, and it comes to economic and successful in finance. There's certain things that they ask and they request for you to get those certain finance, but I already accept the fact that this is where I'm at, I'm gonna accept it, but in my heart I wanted more. And so being with the tutors, it inspired me more. And so because of that, you know, I was able to, you know, do great things, full application now, read more books, go to school for more stuff, to the point, you know, I ended up, you know, dating my girlfriend at the time. It became my wife, and now I feel that I can, you know, be the man that I can be and have children, and eventually one of the things I really wanted to do was learn to read the Bible. And I would go to church, but really didn't understand how to read it myself. But I knew in my heart I wanted that on my own. And then doing the tutoring and sitting with the tutor inspired me to learn how to learn to read the Bible on my own, and motivated me now to end up becoming a minister, and now I'm a pastor now.